Alright, so spending a few minutes trying to figure out where the mount is and how the mount is because of how the rack is here. None of these openings here, it lines up, none of it lines up with the holes here. And how this works, this bracket works, works from the bottom, so if there's two rails, it will mount up like so, ideally. But there's no space for that, so I'm gonna have to use one rail. So from this end here, like that, just the rail, the side that covers the rail more, like so, like that. And basically, this little U bracket right here, right? Like a little U bracket like so, and they come with two lengths. I'm gonna use the longer one because I want a little bit more thread sticking out. That way, if I do bungee stuff on, I have extra stuff to hook onto the I have extra spaces to hook onto. Now I'm not sure if I would hook onto those things, but it's always nice to have extra spots to hook onto. So in this case, I don't need any Loctite because these nuts that it comes with it is nylon lock nuts, so we're good there. Just need to hold this in place. So I was trying to make the mounting spots as far as apart from each other as possible, but I'm not sure how well I'm gonna be able to achieve that because there's limited amount of space for everything. So the nut is it's a 10 millimeter. It's a 10 millimeter nut using 10 millimeter wrench, obviously. I don't like that they're using a essentially a Phillips head. I would prefer to use like an Allen key. That way you could stick it onto like a regular to a real wrench. So the hardest part here is just to center it. Centering this thing. Centering it properly. So each time you're screwing it, it's moving, so you lose the center. So basically, when you get near to where you're gonna be, you need to center it again. So I'm pretty close to getting down to that cinch point. Getting down to that cinch point there. Yeah, I'm just eyeballing it as best I can. That both sides come on evenly. It moved out of place again, so it's like gonna be difficult to center it because each time I touch it, it moves. It'd be nice to have a second set of hands here. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a second set of hands to help hold things in place. I'm getting a little closer there. closer. A little bit closer each time. What happens because the bottom bracket doesn't have the two rails to hold it, to hold this bracket right here flat with, you know, parallel with the plate like that. Since there's only one, it's going like this. So what's happening when it does that is it makes the screws cant in. So, you know, instead of being straight up, it actually cants in like so. And that's actually kind of pushing the plate back and forth. Each time I tighten it up, it pushes the plate around a little bit. So that's that. You know, so I have to compensate for that. I need to do a little bit at a time so that way I don't lose my center. A little bit at a time, little bit at a time. I think I'm pretty centered now. Feels like it's starting to tighten up and being stable, staying in place. More stable, more in place. So that's pretty good. Not sure if I want to tighten it up anymore. The good thing about this is, the good thing about using a Phillips is that, you know, it's kind of hard to over torque it with a Phillips. So much you could screw down, and you can feel, you know, as you turn in the Phillips here, you can feel, you get a really good sense of how tight it feels. I think that's good for now. So now I need to figure out this corner. So this corner is a little bit complicated because there's stuff in the way on the bottom side. So there's only so much places I could put it. I'm not sure if I can put it here. Yeah, I can't put it here because there's something in the way. So this one's out. That's not gonna work. So I think the only spot I have is right here. Oh, geez. Nope, I don't even have that spot. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm gonna have to drill a hole. I'm gonna have to drill a hole like right here or something. It feels like it's not even close to where this mount needs to be. The only place that's free is right here. And that's just too close. I think that's too close to each other. I mean, the easiest thing for me to do is put it right here because it lines up. I can't really put it, well, I might, oh no. Yeah, actually, you know what? No, I can't. No, it doesn't line up. It doesn't line up right here. This one's too far. This one's too far, and this one's too close. So it's like right here. Like right here, right in the middle between here, and this is also where the rack actually curves right here. So if I go past that a little bit, I'm probably somewhere like around right here, like about right there. If I drill a hole right here, I could probably do it. But if I do that, there won't be anything to, you know, like this red piece for the squares or the U bracket. Basically, what that means is that I won't have enough surface area to distribute the load. If it's just a hole right here with the screw only, it won't be able to distribute the load, and, you know, in a very short time, this right here it'll break through. But with this, this right here, you're distributing the load more widely. Same with this, distributing the load more widely, so it'll hold on together better. So yeah, so I think my only option is right here. That's kind of unfortunate. So I guess I don't need this then, because this doesn't do anything. These red ones are for the little slots. They don't really fit with the U bracket. The U bracket there like that, they don't really fit, right? So it doesn't do nothing. I mean, it takes up space, if that's what you want, but it doesn't do nothing, so I can't use those. So yeah, so it's this right here then. Bracket. There's my U bracket right here, right there. Washers and that. Alright. So yeah. Oops, what's my bracket? Got my bracket here. So again, I'm gonna do the same thing. I can only mount one side or one slot for the bracket. Instead of two rails, you know, one rail here and one rail here. I'm only mount one side, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. And it should hold. I don't think it holds as nicely as it was too, to keep the piece perpendicular. I mean parallel. To keep the bracket parallel with the U bracket. You guys hear a lot of motorcycles. And the road I live on, it's I live at the base of the mountain of a really nice road to ride up and down. That's why you always hear bikes coming through in my videos. Bikes and cars and such coming through. Get in the other. This side. One thing I suggest is once everything tightens out and you go on a ride, after you go on a ride, double check everything. So usually, what a ride does is it'll make things go bounce around, and if things were gonna loosen up, it'll loosen up. So probably the first, I don't know, couple hundred miles, I would definitely keep an eye out on the keep an eye out on the nuts and bolts to make sure nothing loosened. It should stay on pretty well because it's, you know, it has a locking nut, so it should stay on pretty well. Okay, so I think I'm pretty good there. I think nice and solid, stable. Check this out. So it's mounted. Now we just put the caps on. These are 2 caps right here. So like this, covers it, everything, so it has a tab there. So you need to take it off. You can. Just remember where the tabs are. I have a feeling that it's going to be hard to take off. I should actually just leave it like that for now. And I'm going to ride around for a few hundred miles and double check the tightness. Then once, you know, after a couple hundred miles, I think that it won't, the nuts and bolts won't loosen up anymore. I will put the cover on, these 2 covers, like so. So let's leave it off for now and see how it looks. So basically, it hooks on down right here and then it snaps on right here. Okay, so yeah, let's see where the sun's out. We'll go from this side where the shade is. So yeah, so that's how it looks. It's a little bit on the big side, I think. No, but it's not that bad. It's not overwhelmingly big. So yeah, so it's, you know, it's about the width of my shoulder. So it looks kind of goofy on this bike because, you know, it doesn't really match the styling of this bike. But, you know, for everyday use, this is, you know, it needs to be locking, sealed and locking, so it's practical and things be able to stay dry. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching.